thunder roll. And the thunder roll.
How are y'all doing this afternoon?
Other side.
Woo! Other side. You don't like that side?
I feel weird over there. I'm always on this side.
Okay. So thank you guys for coming. Most of you regulars, thank you guys for coming. What we do is highlight the people behind us. So we're learning. We're getting going. New equipment, snags. That's how
And it is a live production.
That's how it works. So, but anyway, so with a slim crowd tonight, I had told these guys this is going to be their show. So anything that they want to do, anything that they want us to highlight, it will be a little different than what those of you who are here are used to seeing, because if these guys want to try to crank out some kind of a cool-looking video of some sort, we're going to make that work for them, because they've been behind us since we got started. And again, that's what we do is help these fellers and ladies out. So...
And I mean, Justin was saying, I told him whatever. So he's like, okay, so here in a little bit, I'm going to get the electric guitar out. I said, oh, man, I like the electric guitar. Y'all like electric guitar? I love it. And then when he said that Tab was going to be swinging around on the pole while he's playing the electric guitar, I thought, well, hey, that's even cooler. That's really cool. I like that.
I must have been working on the other one.
Yeah.
I missed that.
There's
It's cool,
medical
though.
personnel in the building.
We got you covered back there.
So we'll see what happens. It is Fancy's Unfiltered.
It's your show.
And you guys are usually probably, I think, a little more on the conservative side than the rest of us. So we'll try to abide and do that. But some of us won't. But just know that, again, this is your show. Y'all be super comfortable. Anything goes. Y'all just be you, and we'll be here to highlight it for you and show everybody else. So I'm ready to go. Are y'all ready to go? It's Justin and Tab.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks everybody for being out tonight. Sing it with us. Lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. Crickets are singing and the lightning bugs are floating on the breeze. Baby, get ready. Across the field where the creek turns back by the old stone road, I'm gonna take you to a special place that nobody knows. Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. Staying the whole night through, it feels too good to be with you. Spring is almost over and the summer's coming and the days are getting long. Waited all winter for time to be right, just to take you along. Baby, get ready. It don't matter if we sit forever and the fish don't bite. We'll jump in the river and cool ourselves from the heat of the night. Baby, get ready. Fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool
Tune and Break brought to you by Fancies Unfiltered. So one of our favorite things to do is take a couple songs that don't belong together and put them together anyway. So that's what we're going to do. There's a couple songs. We got some 70s rock, some 90s rap. Because that's what you thought you would hear tonight when you saw us, right? You're like, they're for sure going to rap. That's for sure happening.
It is a mashup. Y'all know what you sing. I was just a skinny lad, never knew no good from bad, but I knew life before I left my nursery. Left alone with Big Fat Betty, she was such a naughty ninny. You big woman, you made a bad boy out of me. Hey, hey. Hey, listen here. Well, I got mortgages and homes. I got stiffness in my bones. Ain't no beauty queens in this locality. I tell ya, oh, but I still get my pleasure. Still got my greatest treasure. Hey, big woman, you done made a big man of me. Now get this. Oh, you gonna take me home tonight?
So big. She looks like one of those rap guys' girlfriends, but who understands those rap guys anyway? They only talk to her because she looks like a total prostitute.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You hustlers can't deny. When a girl walks in with a evening rush, spin around, think in your face, you get spun. Wanna pull up, tuck, you know that broke was stuck. Even the jeans she's wearing, I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh baby, I wanna get richer and take your picture. My whole world trying to want me, but that what you got makes me so horny. Ooh, what makes moves good? Stay wanna hear my dance? Well, use me, ain't that average good? I see that, that good man. She's sweat, wet, got it going like a turbo vet. I'm tired of magazines saying flat butts are the thing. Oh, you're gonna take me home tonight. Oh, down the side.
but it's what brings us together. And you got me like, ooh, what you want from me. And I tried to buy your pretty heart with a price too high. Baby, you got me like, ooh, you love when I fall apart. So you could put me together and throw me against the wall. Baby, you got me like, ooh, ooh, oh, oh. Don't stop loving me. Don't quit loving me. Just start loving me. Oh, and babe, I'm fist fighting with fire just to get close to you. Can we burn something down? And I run for miles just to get a taste. Must be love on the brain that's got me feeling this way. It beats me black and blue, but it does me so good, and I can't get enough. Must be love on the brain, and it keeps cursing my name. No matter what I do, I'm no good without you, and I can't get enough. Must be love on the brain. Oh, baby, keep loving me. Just love me. And baby, like, ooh, 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 oh, oh. Don't stop loving me. Don't quit loving me. Just start loving me. Oh, and babe, I'm fist fighting with fire just to get close to you. Can we burn something down? And I run for miles just to get a taste. Must be love on the brain that's got me feeling this way. It beats me black and blue, but it does me so good, and I can't get enough. Must be love on the brain, and it keeps cursing my name. No matter what I do, I'm no good without you, and I can't get enough. Must be love on the brain. Thank you.
So we like to do a lot of variety, so y'all gonna kind of see that we play a little bit of everything from every genre you can possibly imagine. So let's take a little bit of early 90s here. It's alright, there comes a time. Got no patience to search for peace of mind. Laying low, wanna take it slow. No more hiding or disguising truths I've sold. Every day it's something hits me oh so it's okay. Had a bad day, and I'm bruised from breaking rocks all day. Drink and go, I bleed for you. You think it's funny, well now you're drowning too. Every day it's something hits me, oh so cold. Find me sitting by myself, no excuses, and I know. Yeah, it's fine. Walk down the line, leave out rain, a cold trade for warm sunshine. You're my friend, I will defend. And if we change, well, I love you anyway. Every day it's something hits me, oh so cold. You find me sitting by myself, no excuses, and I know. Every day it's something hits me, oh so cold. Find me sitting by myself, no excuses, and I know.
Like a river, 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 like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. How do you fall in love? Harder than a bullet would hit ya. And how do you fall apart? Faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say, don't you say it. Don't say, don't you say it. One breath and it'll just take it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, oh, they make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Tales of an endless heart. Cursed is the fool who's willing. Can't change the way we are. One kiss away from killing. Don't you say, don't you say it. Don't say, don't you say it. One breath and it'll just break it. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, oh, they make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. That's a lot of breath.
Lately I've been headed for a breakdown, and every time I leave my house, well, it feels just like a shakedown. Between the street sweepers and the pushers of the lawyers, who may as well be butchers. Between the small-time and hustlers who all seem to feed upon each other. And oh God, why you been hanging out in that old violin? Well, I've been waiting for you.
of your despair, making a home down there, 'cause mine sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling you could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your head, and you played it to the beat. Could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your head, and you played it with it beating. Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Turn my sorrows into treasured gold. Pay me back in kind and reap just what you sow. We could have had it all. We could have had it all. Yeah, yeah. It all, it all, it all. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your head, and you played it to the beat. Could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your head, and you played it, you played it, you played it, you played it to the beat.
Smoky bottle on the wrong side of town. Scratch the vinyl, 45 spinning round. And ice in a glass waiting on a splash. Some cool from Tennessee. Some things just go better when you mix them with whiskey. Little bird ain't such a bad, bad thing. Little edge off, just let it be. Turn on the night, turn on an old memory. Something just go better when you mix them with whiskey. Something just go better when you mix them with whiskey. Those tired of the world, the wrong kind of days. Once we get down in the dumps between a rock and a hot place. On the hood of a car, eyes were like stars. Caught me off guard when she kissed me. There's something just go better when you mix them with whiskey. A little bird ain't such a bad, bad thing. A little edge off, maybe That's awesome. Well, you heard my love and give sight to the blind. My baby loves me 'cause the sun shines. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm a little lover boy. Well, I love my baby with my heart and soul. Love like eyes will wanna never grow. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm a little lover boy. Well, I love my lady, she's a longing lead. You mess with her, you see a man getting mean. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm a little lover boy. Like the finest wine, stick with her till the end of time. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm a little lover boy. Well, I love my baby with my heart and soul. Love like eyes I wanna never grow. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm a little lover boy.
didn't want to fight, started to cry, but then remembered I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, yeah, say things you don't understand, and I could take myself dancing, baby, I can hold my own hand, yeah, I can love me better than, yeah, I can love me better than you can.
Can love me better, I can love me better, baby.
Can love me better, I can love me better, baby. Can love me better, Thank you. Thank you.
Woke up to the morning sky first, baby blue just like we rehearsed. When I get up off the ground, shake the leaves back down to the brown, 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 brown till I'm clean. Then I walk by shaded trees, by a meadow of green, for about a mile. Made it a town, down, down, down in style, with all my favorite colors. Got all my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors. It's a good day to be, a good day to see my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors. Well, take me to the other side, where little bitty bluebirds fly. Gray clouds, white walls, blue skies. We're gonna fight and maybe be alright. We're gonna we're gonna yeah. At least I could say I anticipate a homecoming parade as we renegade in the morning. With all my favorite colors. Got all my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors. With all my favorite colors. Got all my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors.
That's my baby daddy right there. He said, yeah, I made that mistake.
So what y'all want to hear?
No, I'm not asking him to do this one.
All right, she's going to do one. All right. Let's take y'all back to the early 90s, a little bit of the Bodyguard soundtrack. How about that?
Listen, this is Whitney from Temu, okay? You done ordered Whitney from the Temu, and she came in white. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you, my darling, you. Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye, please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. But above all this, I wish you love. And I will always love you. 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 Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Good job, baby.
And it's 50-50 shot. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it don't. do something up here.
Mama's got a voice like sugar, so sweet and so fine. Sister sang Amazing Grace, she's right on time. Well, they're laying poor Papa low in the ground that he worked and sold. Now they're waiting at the Jackson station for the train to roll. She'd been up all night, she got crows walking around her eyes. She could still raise a cup and a toast to the well run dry. Well, he left her on a Tuesday still with gin and whiskey and a bottle of pills. And now she's waiting at the Jackson station looking over the hill. Take me away, the whistle plays a sad, sad song. Lay me down where the river runs wide and strong. Sometimes she rides a ticket home, and other times she'll leave you alone, just waiting at the Jackson station for the train to roll. Well, the 419 rolls on that red ball line, and the backwater shack's been awakened to the 419. She got smoke coming out of her stack, dead running down a 10-mile track. She's waiting at the Jackson station, never coming back. She's waiting at the Jackson station, never coming back. She's waiting at the Jackson station, never coming back. And never coming back. Thank you, thank you.
Go ahead. I'd love to hear a joke.
Okay, look. There's no camera, so whatever you're fixing to say, I promise I am not editing it out. You cannot look, love you long time. You cannot keep wanting to be a part of the show and then tell me to take the shit out.
No, why does the camera have to be on me all the time?
I told you there's not a camera, it's just audio. And
well, can the audio not stop for a second?
it can
And then you
outside the show.
And then you don't have to edit.
Hey, do you know how to tell the difference between or tell the gender of an ant? This is very clean. I'm sorry. I'm a mom of 4 and they're little. I can't help it.
I love dad jokes.
You throw them in the water, and if it sinks, it's a girl ant. If it floats, boy ant. So stupid.
Buoyant. Dum.
So dumb.
Bum.
Hey, listen, that one slaps with my 8-year-old. Okay.
Hey, why you? Since you're talking about insects, bugs, has anybody ever smelled mothballs?
Oh, God, yes.
Did you say yes? Did you say yes? Somebody say yes. They have smelled mothballs.
Yes, I have smelled
How'd you get their legs apart?
That's funny.
Very carefully.
That's very funny.
I personally used a set of tweezers, sir.
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I feel myself.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself. I'm off the deep end, watches I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now.
In the shallow, shallow. In the shallow, in the shallow, we're far from the shallow now.
Whoa.
Shallow, shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, we're far from the shallow now. Thank you, thank you. See the stone set in your eyes, see the thorn twist in your side, and I'll wait for you.
Sleight of hand and twist of fate, on a bed of nails he makes me wait, and I wait without you,
With or without you, with or without you. Through the storm we reach the shore, you give it all and I want more, and I'm waiting for you. With or without you, go without you. And you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give, and you give, and you give yourself away. My hands are tied, my body's bruised. You got me with nothing to win and nothing left to lose. And you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give, and you give, and you give yourself away. We go without you. We go without you. I can't live. We go without you. Oh, we go without you. We go without you. I can't live. We go without you.
Oh my goodness. The pedals make me crazy. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
I'm just a city boy, born and raised inside Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A cigarette in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume.
For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on.
Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill, paying anything to roll the dice just one more time.
Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the music never ends. It goes on and on and on and on.
Strangers turn up and down the boulevard. There's shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night.
All right, you know what? You gotta sing along. Don't stop believing. Here we go.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights,
Ooh, play it, baby. It's pretty.
used to spend my nights out in the barroom. Liquor was the only love I'd known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottle and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. I've looked for love in all the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love that gets me high. Yeah, you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm it's a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You're as smooth Tennessee whiskey, Tennessee whiskey, Tennessee whiskey. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, Tennessee whiskey, Tennessee whiskey.
In my search to find something meaningful, I set out chasing something real, something authentic. Along the way, I've met people bold enough to follow their dreams. People like David, whose passion built BarMusicLive.com. We've joined together at the Farm Lounge, where up-and-coming artists get more than a stage, they get a story. Live music, real conversations, one unfiltered experience. This is Fancy's Unfiltered meets Bar Music Live.
So, we're to the podcast portion. How are y'all doing this afternoon?
Phenomenal.
Super.
So, this has been a little bit of a different experience for us. The thunderstorms and the golf ball size hail kind of dwindled what we thought was going to happen, but I think it turned out. I enjoyed it actually a little bit better.
Been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Enjoyed it.
It's been pretty good.
Sounded
We had
good.
a good time.
We had a blast. We always have fun. Well, that's just we love music. And we
It's
like
fine.
that.
We don't always have fun.
So,
Sometimes you get the sticks in the mud. Turning down. That's not fun for us. I don't know why you say we always have fun. That's not.
okay, so where have y'all had sticks in the mud? Because I've got a list of stuff I was going to talk about so that I would stay on track tonight.
Well,
Go figure. But sticks in the mud, a little bit different classification, but same realm. I was going to say something about sticks in the mud. So, how do y'all? Because I mean, playing sticks in the mud is kind of
Well, it sucks the energy out of the room. I'll say that for sure. Because you just try to, a lot of times when we go play, you try to feel where the crowd's at. Like, that's why sometimes we'll say, "Hey, what do y'all want to hear?" Because. And like you'll have the random person, well, I want to hear Hamburger, I want to hear this, whatever. So we'll go that route, and then everybody else is like, listen to future music, I want to hear this. So
I was thinking specifically about a private party we played one time, and everybody was enjoying it. And it's easy to focus on the negative. It just
absolutely. It's so much easier. Yeah.
So everybody's really enjoying it, and I see this one guy. Of course, when I'm singing, because I'm loud, and I'm not gonna not be loud, even for this one guy. But he was like, he just made this terrible face and was like, "Oh my god!" And then he went and tried to tell like the people who were over it to turn her down. I'm like, I sang a little bit louder after that just to annoy him.
that's the rebel.
I was so. There you go. That was actually another one that I had. So, which one of you are the most probable to get in trouble at a gig? Like, saying something you shouldn't, or irritating somebody that you shouldn't.
I don't have the filter, and I just say what I say, and then I'm like, for the whole rest of the time, I'm like, why did I say that? And he'll be like, why'd you say that?
But do you really have? But do you really have any regrets when it's all said and done? Sometimes. Oh, well. At some point, you'll get to the point to where you figure out that fine line between what you should say and what's okay to say and what you're going to say. And it'd be okay.
I looked
It's
over
been
at her one
38
night, I was
years.
like, why did you say that?
One thing I like to say is when people are asking us to do stuff, and I like to sing songs, making that very clear, I'll say, well, we'll do almost anything for money. And he's like, Tab, you can't say
I'm
that.
like, there's stage etiquette.
So I will say that I have doing the social media stuff. I've come across a lot of stuff. I won't throw anybody under the bus, but there's like this whole nation of like smut book type people who like dive super deep into all this, and they got all these super cute genres and all that. Again, not throwing shade or blaming anybody. Anyway, what I'm getting at,
Talking about.
I actually kind of forgot what I was getting at. There's so
He does this.
I do that. This is number one for today. What were you say? I'll bring it back. What did you say?
That I will do anything for money.
Yes, that's it. So yes, you have to be super careful on what you say nowadays. See, all I need is just a little bit. If somebody in the conversation is actually listening and following, I'll bring it right back. So yes, you do have to be super careful on what you say nowadays, because there's going to be somebody out there that's like, "Hey, girl."
Exactly. I've got stories. Oh, I've got stories.
And I imagine that you all do, because as much as you travel, because y'all are pretty busy, aren't you?
Oh.
Don't y'all stay pretty busy?
Oh my God! Like it doesn't seem to slow down. We do what we try to do schedule wise. We do try to keep it a little open. So if there's now, I mean, because of the kids,
he does a lot of the booking, and I swear he's trying to kill me.
But sometimes I like to leave it a little bit open, like for maybe a new place that comes along, they have a cancellation or something like that allows us to kind of fill that gap.
Right.
And we're in front of an audience that we've never played for before. So I try to be strategic like that the best I can, but I do want to make sure that I'm booking and playing the places where in Coleman specifically, because we've got a good home base here. So we try to stay booked up around here most of the time.
Well, and there is a lot of strategery involved in trying to figure all this out, and whether it be y'all placing yourself at the right venue at the right time to fill a gap that is going to be beneficial. You would want to fill a gap and it'd be like one person, but there's strategery in all of this, whether it's social media or you guys trying to figure out where to, it's a full-time gig just trying to be brain smart on figuring out where to go with some of this crap.
Right, and the consistency, my God, of posting and making sure that you're doing things to make sure, because you can overpost. And if you overpost, I don't like that.
I overliked the other day. I'm super busy. Got a lot on my plate, and I finally got to the point. I sat down in my chair in the house, not in the studio at the house, but in the actual house, in my recliner. And I was, oh yeah, and I was catching up on everybody's stuff, because I try to like everybody's stuff that likes our stuff. But sometimes you get busy, and so I finally sat down, and I was like, okay, and I was catching up on everybody's stuff, and I got banned. I got blocked because I was liking too much stuff, and the cute little bing that came up said that I was doing too much liking and sharing, and it thought that I was right.
So we had to slow down on the way we were doing things with our Facebook page, and we kind of needed to change what we were doing anyway, but we were kind of forced to do it by Facebook, because we were trying to share all the events that we had posted on the calendar at barmusiclive.com. So if you guys have an event that's posted on there for today, we would go to Facebook and share that with our URL for that event on barmusiclive.com. Well, Facebook does not like us doing that. And continually, they would say, you're trying to force somebody to go to a website. They don't want people leaving Facebook. Right. They want people to be on Facebook. And so they can't really control that. So what they say is, well, you just can't post this stuff. And what would happen is we would post so many of them, well, they wouldn't let anybody see them. They weren't getting seen. So except by the people who were following that directly. And that's the only people who saw it. So then what would happen after we did that so many times was that we're good.
We are, but we sound immaculately better at the moment.
Oh.
It just like blink.
I don't know what happened.
Or was that me?
I
don't think that was me. That sounds a lot better.
Okay. So
is it not?
That's crazy.
So we would do that, and then it would not let us comment. Like if somebody said thank you, we couldn't even say you're welcome. It would not even let us comment and tell them you're welcome back.
No, when I got banned the other day, and there was even some of y'all stuff that I was trying to get caught up on, and I would go to like it, and it would go ba-dink, ba-dunk.
Yeah, it'll take it right back. It'll take it right back away. You try to like it, and it just makes it go away.
And it would
do
in all seriousness, it was like 7 hours before it would let me go back, and I was just periodically trying, and I was like ba-dink, ba-dunk, ba-dink, ba-dunk. And then at about the 6 hour mark, I went ba-dink. It stayed, and it was
The worst for us is like on our Facebook page for Justin and Tab. It's like we'll get random messages from like Facebook, like meta warning. This is Pedro Storeski. He's like your account's about to be banned.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
It's spam.
Move to spam.
No, thank you, buddy.
and look, I know back like 10 years ago when Facebook first started, and Meemaw with her oxygen mask, making biscuits for the family still, was like, look at that. Apps. Oh, I'm in trouble. Let me click on it. But nowadays, does not everybody know that if something comes in and it's got a generic Facebook logo and it says Pedro Swans, or it's got some kind of hieroglyphics and it says your page is going to be banned?
No, my grandmother lost 20 grand not too long ago by something absolutely ridiculous. To be fair, she's up there, but she had bought a pair of shoes off of Facebook, off of one of the little Facebook marketplace sites, whatever. And when she bought the shoes, took forever for them to come in, and then she got a message from them. It was from that company, and they were like, well, we've messed something up. You've got to put your bank account information. But not only did she put her bank account in there, she put her savings account in there as well.
Oh, no.
And then this company moved $20,000 of her own money from her savings account to her bank account. So it was her own money that they moved because they couldn't take it out, but they could move it around within her own stuff. And then they told her that we have accidentally refunded you $20,000 instead of $20, which is what the shoes were. And so she was on the phone with them, and we're trying to find her. Like, my mom's calling, my uncle's calling. She's not answering because she's on the phone with these people thinking she's about to get in trouble, and she don't want to owe anybody any money. Mm-hmm. So she went to the bank and withdrew $20,000 cash, and then took it to one of those little machines where you put in the money and it's like Bitcoin, but whatever. Put it in and put all these numbers in that they were telling her to put in. And because she did that, the bank wound up calling my aunt and saying, hey, your mom just took out all this money. Anyway, so that's how we knew, and we're trying to find her. And she tried to do it again. She tried to go and take 20,000 more out. So yes, people unfortunately are still getting scammed.
I heard of somebody, same situation. It was a grandmother. These people called, said your grandson's in jail. Well, she starts playing along with it. She said, oh, my grandson's in jail. Oh no. Oh, tell me what's happened. And it's like, well, he's done something really bad, and you're going to have to pay $5,000, or this is not going to be good for him. He's like, oh, really? Oh, yes, ma'am. You've got to get us this money, so we're going to get you the information on how to get us this money. Well, she just keeps playing along. She says, listen, dumbass, I don't even have a grandson. And hung up the phone on him.
That's funny. That's good stuff. It does seem to be like, with the rise of social media, and just the access of different nations to, our country and our citizenry and all that stuff, that it's just become more pervasive throughout. Yeah. It's just hard.
Between the scams and stuff on social media, the spam calls, and it seems like there's no end to that, because how are they going to stop it? The craziest thing was one day I look down and I'm getting a call from myself.
Oh, God.
And this happened more than once.
That's wild.
And I would answer it, and it would be somebody calling about my car insurance or warranty on my vehicle or my direct TV or something like that, nothing. And that happened, I don't know how many different times.
Well, it drives me crazy because obviously when we're trying to book music, right? Any number that populates is like a 256 or a 205. I know that those are, local area codes. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's somebody calling or, whatever, because our number is posted, which is probably a mistake. but anyway,
There you go, folks. Justin's numbers all over.
So anyway, I'm sitting there and I'll answer those calls, and it's the same thing. It's about your car insurance. And one lady, you could tell she was probably from Pakistan or India or somewhere. And she's like, "Is there soil parcel in there?" I'm like, "I'm a tab," and I was like, "Why are you screening your number as a 256 number?" I was like, "Hey, are you?" I said, "Are you in Alabama?" she said, "No, sir." I was like, "Oh, well, that's completely obvious."
Well, no, I get even better calls than that, though, because mine are not spam calls, because my phone number is 1 digit off from Sand Mountain Electric. And the thing is, it's a 0 and an 8 off. So, you know how close those are? People dial me all the time thinking that I'm the electric. I've had all kind of conversations with them.
Statute of limitations should be gone. When I lived at home, our number was 1 digit off from the Huntsville CVS pharmacy.
Oh, God.
And I would come home from school daily. And that's back when answer machines were still, and so I would come home daily, and the answer machine button would be blinking, and I would go smash it, and it would be like 3 old ladies and 2 old dudes calling, and it's like, "I need to fill my prescription. This is Mr. So-and-so." And there, for like 4 times, I actually called back, and I was like, "Mr. So-and-so, you got the wrong number. If you might want to redial that, because I promise you they're not filling your stuff, because wrong number." And then after that, I was like, I ain't got time for this. And so I don't know how many old folks did not get their prescriptions filled, because it continued for a very long time.
There's plenty of folks who have called me complaining about their bill. It's like, "Oh, we fixed that. You're fine."
Well, the bad thing about all those scams is like when you're starting something like what I've started with barmusiclive.com, and you probably know how it is too on the side of promoters trying to get y'all.
Yes,
Okay. So people think that I'm trying to be a promoter or something. Whoa, no. I don't want any of your money. This is legitimately free. We're not trying to scam you. And because that's the next thing. You send somebody some information on this website. Hey, look at my website. Well, I don't know about this. I don't know if I want to click that link, whatever. No, I'm from Coleman, Alabama. It's not a scam.
We don't know how to scam. Well, some of us do. We won't go. That's a whole nother podcast.
It's like, so it's hard to build a following organically to do what we're trying to do, right? I mean, organically is the hardest thing to do, because you're expecting, you're trusting word of mouth and people to spread the word. But like I said, okay, I'm gonna try to put some of my money, some of our money behind promoting us, to see what that will do. So I went on this website, Fiverr, where you like pay for, you could pay for anything, like somebody to do a task rabbit and do stuff for you. So I said, there was this company, it's an agency up in Nashville or somewhere. And they said, you can pay like $59, $79, $119, and we will push your music to Spotify, playlists. And I was like, what? Maybe that works. So we can get, our stuff on playlists. Man, we took one of the new releases, and I was like, pushed it out, and next day I get on there and start checking our Spotify numbers, and I'm like, wait a minute.
The Spotify numbers looked pretty.
They looked awesome. I was like, wait a minute. Why has my song been played 9,056 times in the past 2 hours on this one station? I'm like, that's not possible, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Warp speed.
Right.
So,
Wow.
anyway, you got to be really, really careful about utilizing that stuff.
Spotify took all those back.
Yeah, they sure
because
did.
these
They
are
were like,
bots.
nope.
So we paid for bots.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
So-
what they do, though. They'll
Okay.
utilize AI, and they will get on these playlists, and literally, it's just they're working the machine like, hey.
And,
Well,
and they didn't adjust their rapidness.
But you got to be very careful, because if Spotify catches you and you do that, if they're not catches you, but if they catch it that you're on enough of those botted playlists, not only will they want to pull your song, they will ban you.
So did that affect you at all?
I actually found
Well,
it.
we lost the money that he paid for.
What? Yes,
But no.
absolutely. You lost money, but on your channel that you've tried to grow, did it end up hurting you?
It prompted me to do some more research, and it prompted me to find like different avenues. And there was it's actually been pretty well done, really well. A site called Groover, and I've been utilizing it. And you can go and you just basically pay a fee. Say, okay, I want to buy tokens, and I am going to go select my own. And this is through TuneCore, which is where we distribute our music through. And I found it on their website, and I just bought a bunch of tokens, and I started going through and picking my own curators. And I would just pitch the song to them, and I would type up a little bio about the song and everything, and they would come back and they would say, hey man, that's a good song, you know what I mean, but it doesn't really fit our playlist style. Or, we're more of a mellow kind of, we like more acoustic music or whatever.
Or we did get added to several.
But we got added to several playlists. We've got a lot. We're getting play in Italy. We're getting play in like some of the Latin American countries. The Voodoo Love Spell is being played right now. And I've actually looked today. You would notice because I pay for a chart, to be on the Groover charts. And there's thousands of songs. So Voodoo Love Spell, I would get a weekly or bi-weekly report on the song. So it was just falling down the list, which I expected, because I wasn't doing anything to promote it anymore. I just did it that one time. And I got an email today, and it was down like around 1,000 or something on the charts, like a 3 weeks back. And I looked today, and I get an email that says, Voodoo Love Spell is number 547 on the, global Groover charts. And I was like,
Well, there you go.
well, that's something.
I'm thinking about the Full House episode, and Jesse and Uncle Jesse and the Rippers. They
Yeah.
he had that song. They went overseas because they were like popular overseas. I said, hey, I don't care if we have
But-
to go to Spain.
But what I guess the cool part is like that you're opening. I don't really care about the numbers. That's not what I do this for anyway. I do it to just avenues for people. To
I
listen
care
to our
about the
music.
numbers, okay? Because
don't.
numbers equal
About
money,
music.
and I'm just
I don't
saying.
care about anything about numbers. I just
Money
want people to
pays
hear
the
music.
bills.
Well, you want more people to hear you, and
Yeah.
that's why lately I've been trying to make sure that musicians like yourself that have original music out there, if you're going to post something, tag barmusiclive.com on there, tag Fancies Unfiltered, tag the Farm Lounge, and we try to make sure it gets more plays. So
I can't wait for everybody to hear the new stuff because we got few songs coming out.
See, we have a new one in our inbox.
Oh, I did not see that, but I'm pretty stoked about it. I mean, the guys that we brought down. I mean, it's pretty cool to get a guy like Bob Carlisle. I mean, adult contemporary, late '90s. Dude had a massive #1 hit. I mean, huge. It played in every freaking wedding around the country. And this dude, here's Tab, Sing River, on David's video in the studio, and calls David, and it's like, dude, I'm all about it. I'd like to work with these people. So Bob just starts sending. David messaged me. He's like, dude, he's like really serious. Like he's like sending me songs and like. So we started listening to a bunch of Bob's music, and he's like, I would be honored if y'all would, cut some of my stuff. And I was like, wait, we're honored that you would even consider that. So
He's the Butterfly Kisses guy.
yeah, the Butterfly Kisses after bedtime prayers, And so he flew out from Vegas, co-produced the EP with David, and we decided, you know what?
He's a genius, by the way.
Oh my God.
To watch
it's
him
insane.
work was just
So
Incredible.
cool thing about Bob is when you listen to Girls, Girls, Girls by Motley Crue, one of the like harmonies and Girls, 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 that's Bob.
I don't know that he wants the whole album.
Yeah, that's really cool though. I mean, it's awesome. I mean,
That-
like
I mean,
that one.
that is awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But hey, dude is a killer. I mean, killer vocalist. You go back and listen to some of his stuff back when he was with Allies back in the '80s. That dude could crush vocals. And he still can.
He did background vocals on all of our songs
Yep.
that we recorded.
The new song "Tell
So-
Me" that's coming out, with it's a ballad piano ballad that Tab sings. Bob stacked 16 harmonies on top of each other, and he builds just this huge crescendos, and it's just amazing. It was amazing to watch. But then we brought all these guys down. The musicians were like Brian Fullen was on drums. Brian played on world tour with Shania Twain in the '90s when her first album came out. Was telling us all kinds of stories about Mutt
About
Lange.
how he had her
Yeah,
her wedding ring, was holding her
When they were-
engagement
it's
ring
like-
when he was about to
like
engage.
we're getting together. And then we had Dane Bryan on keys, and he played with Clint Black for 20 years, toured with him, and
Most recently on Dolly Parton's Rockstar
yep,
album.
he played the keys on Let It Be, and dude is a machine on the keyboard. And then Mike came down. I think it's Mike Payne or Mike Blake. I forget what he played guitar for Kelsey Ballerini and Lucas Graham, and then Tom Hemby, who is just a Nashville legend, done some of the after guitar work as well. And then Jeff Cox was on bass, and Jeff has played with Trisha Yearwood and Lord Morgan for years on the road. So those guys, they come in and it was like amazing to watch them work because it was like done.
And how cool is that
It's awesome.
to be a part of? I mean, because I know there's got to be a part of you still that, because that's with everybody. That you're like, damn, I'm able to be a part of that.
Be quite honest, it humbles you too, because you're sitting there going, whoa.
Yeah, day one I was like, okay, so if I don't open my mouth, then I don't have to sound stupid. Because so Justin, he is incredible. He's incredibly talented, and it's just amazing that he taught himself. But he doesn't read music, and he doesn't, he knows that he's playing a chord, and he knows there's a variation of a certain chord. But so we had a song off of the first album that we were recutting for the second one, and so he had his chart of what the chords were, and so he had it written down, and so they would come in there, and everybody would listen to the song and look at the chart. And Dane, the keys, he was like, he's just looking at it. He's not sitting at the piano or nothing. He's not sitting at the keys and looking or hearing or touching. All he is doing is hearing the song and singing the letters. And he's like, why does it say that? It was like something 7 over a blah blah 9. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was like a
Like
letter.
he just heard it and just
And that's
knew
the
it.
F sharp flat 9 over the 11th 13th, and you're like, what? What kind of fractional mathematical crap is that?
It was so crazy. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit over here and shut my mouth, which doesn't happen often, by the way.
But no, it was amazing to watch those guys, and I mean, just the thing was with Dane, like when he was playing keys, he had a laptop, and he had a Nord, key, which is a very, very high end board, and he was sitting there and he would play that, and then like if he wanted to change like some plug-in, he would reach up there with like his left hand and change the plug-in. I'm like, while the song's still going, and I'm like, what in the world?
So in all of my travels, which haven't been many, but I've seen a couple of dudes that can do the keys that good, where they just, and you don't even see it, and they reach up and they flip a little something, and then they're right back at it, and it's awesome.
I guess it's kind of like, I mean, anybody who, like guitar's my thing, right?
Is it?
Some people bass is their thing. Some people drums is their thing. So I guess with the keys guys, it's just like second nature. It's like, that's my thing. I mean, it's just what I do.
Yep. And that's it. It's awesome to watch that, and it has been awesome to watch you guys. Yeah. Anybody left in the crowd? Woo! So hey Race. So it has been awesome to watch you guys, because y'all were in sync, and I know a lot of that's probably because you live together. But yeah, but in all seriousness, the chemistry and the artistry and what both of you bring to this duet that you got going was pretty awesome to watch.
Well, that just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But it is. My gosh, we've been together for a long time. I don't even know. 2009, October 2009, we got together.
So, sorry. So, you've been together since '09. When did you start realizing that this is what you guys were gonna do?
Not till 2020.
I'll say
We've always sang, and played together.
Right.
Like in church, we lead worship at our church, and so we've been doing that forever. But I gotta be honest, although I could sing in church, no problem. I had a problem singing elsewhere, and I know this is gonna be hard to believe, but for a long time I was very quiet when I sang. Like, I know that's crazy now because now I'm like obnoxiously loud, but I would be very, very quiet and I wouldn't really. Do you remember telling me one time he was like, he knew I would sing, but he didn't hear me sing like secular stuff, And he was like, just sing at my ear. You don't even have to just get in my ear. Do you remember that?
yeah.
That was so funny. That's so weird to think about now. Cause I'm like,
You found your volume knob.
I've been playing music since I was a kid. My granddaddy was just an unbelievable bluegrass musician, and so I was raised around it. I mean, it was just always in the house, always something going on musically with my grandpa or whatever. And I played in bands, in Chattanooga for quite a while, and that's where I stopped for a little bit.
Well, he stopped because when we had been dating for a year, we were actually engaged, and we were in bars it was every weekend, like Friday and Saturday night, and I was totally
Was y'all playing in bars or just bar hopping?
he was playing, and I was just in there.
You was just doing the hopping.
Supporting him.
Yeah. Supporting.
Hopping,
Yes.
Sure. And so I was like, I don't want to be in a bar every weekend anymore. But I didn't want him to not be. Like, I wasn't going to take it from him because I knew that he loved it, and so I wasn't going to be that girl. You know what I mean? Like that girl who's like, it's me or the band. So that wasn't what I was going to do. So I was just like, you do you, boo. I'm gonna go back home to Coleman because we were living in Adder, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back home and whatever. And within that time, he quit the band, and I'm like, listen, I didn't want you to quit the band. I wanted you to stay in the band. I didn't want you to do that for me. I don't want you to resent me for the rest of our life. And then he bought me flowers for the first time he had ever bought me flowers while we were broke up. And he wrote this sad song and posted it to social media and was like, drinking you away again. I was like, you never wrote me a love song. You're going to write a breakup song? What the heck?
Sure did. That's still posted somewhere in the archive.
It is. It's somewhere.
So,
Still find it.
Still floating around.
Was it good?
It was good. It was only 2 weeks that we were actually
No, not the breakup was good. Was the song good?
The song was good.
The breakup was great.
Awesome. Well, I'm done now.
Right, it was good.
Yeah. Yeah. So if the song was good, you should look at redoing it one day.
That's what maybe.
I don't know that it was good enough to redo.
Wasn't that good?
It was good.
And the truth comes out.
Maybe if you had a different video. All he did was post it to it was just a bunch of
That
pictures
was the
of
options that we had back then. There wasn't anything.
it was just the desert.
Oh, you want me to take still photos of my face crying?
They probably don't even remember it.
Yeah, probably not. I could listen to it and figure it out.
Yeah. So,
But then you listen to it and you figure it out and you're like, oh man, that sucks.
It's a different time.
Just a different place in life. We're past that. So much water under the bridge.
Yeah.
so you said 2020? Is that what you said? 2020. So there was a lot going on that year.
Yeah, it was a terrible year to get
Yeah.
started.
So, yeah.
That was when a lot of people were quitting.
Yes. So how has it been for Justin and Tab Music since you both decided, you know what, let's do this? What's some of the stuff you guys have been through to get you to here today?
Well, the funny thing is I don't think there was a decision that we were going to start that.
Right.
So we had 3 kids, and I was pregnant with my 4th, and with our 4th, and I know, just make sure everybody knows his kid too. And,
There, look. Quick side note: I have noticed no ill intentions. I have noticed sometimes, like, oh, you know where I'm going.
Camera girl had something to say about that.
I have noticed sometimes when the women folk tell the stories, it is your wedding or it's your honeymoon.
absolutely. He
And
was just a part.
and I was, and this whole time I've been like, I was there too. Hey, how y'all doing? But to this day, like if y'all before now, she ain't gonna do it now, I promise. But if before now y'all had been over there and you'd been talking about, like, it just coincidentally started talking about something where we had went on her honeymoon, that's how it would have been presented, and I'd been like, I was just there to take pictures.
Hey, we got married in the courthouse and then spent the first night of our marriage in my mama's house on separate couches. So, you know, we didn't really have a wedding or a honeymoon. But anyway, it was 2020. I was pregnant with our 4th child, and I got sick with COVID, and we lost that baby at 18 weeks, which is pretty far along, and it was really devastating. And honestly, music was like, when we started playing out, it was just kind of therapy. And so we really didn't determine that, hey, we're going to start singing and this is just what we're going to do. But we realized we like it. We don't suck at it. And it's therapy. And we realized we could take all these songs that we know and love and turn them into something that like is ours, and we know and love it even more. And so, and the thing is, he was really, to start with, he was just singing by himself, and I would just sing a song or two with him. And then I forced myself in a little more, and I kept forcing myself in a little more until now I sing half of the songs.
What's really cool though is, to watch, and over the past few years, just since 2020, is how the community and just has grown but has embraced what we do, and it seems to be there's an appreciation for it, and because we appreciate you guys and we appreciate all the venues out there that give us an opportunity.
And all the people who come to listen and support us.
Exactly. And that's because that's what this is all about. I mean, it's about growth. It's about enjoyment and people having fun. And
we have met so many people, like a large amount of people that we like hang out with and spend our time with now is mostly from music. I mean, his 2 best friends are because we've started playing music out. So
Absolutely. And that's, and I've said time and time again, here and at the house and wherever, there's some, when you get to the point in your life where music speaks to you, it's not just a background noise. That brings not only those lyrics, when it quits becoming background and you're starting to listen, not only do those lyrics come out, but people come out, people that you didn't necessarily know beforehand, that have found themselves just as intrigued by those lyrics or just as intrigued by that artistry, and it's awesome to witness that, and so I'm amazed daily by it. But then you guys together, bringing all that together, and then the emotion that you're going to have because you're together, it just, for me, I don't know if anybody else here that's still here that's paying attention, but the rest of you will, it was different for me. I don't know if it was different for you or for anybody else, but watching you two perform together in that chemistry and that love, it just brings, that lyric is there anyway. But if you're here to be able to witness it, just as that lyric would have been written originally, but now you two have brought it together yourselves and put emotion to it, and
It's working pretty good.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to say it works really good.
yeah. I think
really good.
yeah. What I was trying to say is you look damn good.
Well, yeah.
I feel like I should say, because I talked about a super sad story about losing. We did wind up having our fourth baby, and she is perfectly healthy and 2 years old and a little bit perturbed, but we love her.
She's an awesome kid. She's an awesome kid.
And also, I was singing. She was born January. She was born July 15th of 2022. And
July, baby.
our last gig before I had her was July the 9th of 2022. And I was in and out of the hospital. Yes. I was in and out of the hospital for a good little bit because she tried to take me all the way out. So it was amazing that we made it through. We didn't miss one single gig. I was pregnant, couldn't breathe, but
one of the photos that we use is from that showcase, and she's about to pop. I mean, she's about to pop.
but the lighting was so good.
It
We
was
can't
so
not
good.
use that picture.
That was fun. That was a fun day. That was really cool.
It's a fun day.
But it's cool. I tell you, what's really neat too is like when you write your own music, and like when you go out and we play in Guntersville sometimes, and we got people who follow and listen to our stuff, over in Guntersville on the lake. And there's a couple of good friends of ours, Joe and April, and they'll come out and they'll want a song that Tab wrote about her dad called "Cigarettes and Brood" off the first album. They'll come out, and when you look out in the crowd and you see people singing the words to your song,
She makes me feel like a rock star.
it's
for
pretty
real.
cool.
Like
It's
she's
pretty real.
singing
That's
the
different.
lyrics.
That's a
to my
different
song, so cool.
experience when you do that.
No. Okay. So I was going to touch on the fact that you guys have a couple of albums or singles out. So walk us through how that was. As people's from Coleman trying to figure out how to do it in the music scene, and now you've got some albums with some covers and some.
So he writes and just crazy. Like he'll just sit down and write a whole song in a morning. And for me, I have to really think hard about things, and I really have to get an idea of how I want it to be. But he had all these songs backlogged, and so when we play out, we have a huge variety. Y'all heard we go from old country to 90s rap to, we're all over the board. So we wanted our first album to be all over the board. And we had met David, who is our producer, who is at E320 Studios in Priceville. We had met him by happenstance, and incredible, by the way. It's incredible. He's so good. He is amazing. He's super talented, and he's just a good man.
Right.
But anyway, we met him by happenstance, and so we started. Did we win some time?
No, I did the whole thing down at the Smith Lake Idol during COVID.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that prompted a whole thing where I went and did a songwriter thing they was doing a songwriter contest at Ledger's one night, and I entered it and David was one of the guest judges there, and that's where we kind of met, and then the part of that, when you won that, you got like a gift certificate or something, but we got an opportunity to play at Ledger's the following weekend. So I played at Ledger's, and the lady that was running Ledger's, Donna at the time, or was overseeing, like she was managing, she was like, Tab come up there and sing a song or two with me that night, and Donna come up, she said, okay, here's the deal. That was awesome, and we really liked that, and I'm having a party here tomorrow night. Would you all come back and play? So that was really kind of like what propelled
That was the kind of
we didn't slow down.
the moment that said that's what we're going to do together.
But making that first album was kind of all over the board. It told kind of the story of our lives, and it's so stupid.
Some
That sounds so cheesy, but yeah, it's not directly like ABC. This is what happened, but it's kind of like went along.
Yeah.
with how things have gone. And then the second one, he's got all kind of songs, all kind of originals. We have several others that we wrote together, but the second one just came because of Bob Carlisle.
Yeah.
You know, sending us those. We knew we wanted a second album, but it's not all the way out yet. We've got 2 singles.
We got 2 singles. We got Voodoo Love Spells already out, and then we got Tear Down the Wall is out, and then
Both are awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
We have 4 more coming.
Tell Me it's being mastered now. Our cover of Superstition is being mastered right now, and then we got Superman, which is another song that Bob wrote, and then
redo of one.
And then Bob come in, and we're doing the Lovey Dovey Man, which was off of our first record. It's a reprise version, so we went back in and we brought all those musicians in, so they recut one of the songs that I crafted on the first album, and then Bob sings actually the second verse of Lovey Dovey Man. So it's pretty cool to have Bob come out and like actually sing and on your song. We just didn't sing his songs. He come in and engaged on some of our stuff, which was really, really awesome.
But it is very different to be in a vocal booth than to be in front of like a crowd of people.
It really is.
Oh yeah.
And it's so cool because he'll be like, all right, sing it through, and there's like, okay, we're gonna listen, and then he'll just pull a little piece and be like, okay, give me a little more right there, or it's so cool. It's so different, so different.
It is, and I am amazed daily. And the more we get to doing this, and the more I get to looking at stuff after the fact and tweaking and adjusting it, people that can do that, like what you're talking about, absolutely, that is damn amazing. To be able to go in and know and hear and see and tweak and tweak. Yeah, it's just...
He's a magician. When he works in the studio, I mean, it's just magic. The stuff that he does, I mean, like... And he has such an ear, like, for things that you wouldn't even think of, and it's like, Bob was the same way. It's like, Bob literally went outside and wrote a bridge for one of the songs that we were cutting in the studio and said, sing this. And you're like, and it was incredible. And you're like, what? Like,
well, and that's what's starting to be amazing to me is like when you listen to something, you can have a decent ear or an awesome ear or a damn fantastic ear. It doesn't matter. Whoever's listening is going to be able to go, it just don't sound just right. But there's some people that go, oh yeah, all you got to do is bink, and and to be able to have that knowledge and know what all those thingies do, that's a.
Can you imagine like being like a musician in the 50s and 60s, like when everything was tape? So like these guys like Percy Sledge and all these guys, when they went into the studio, it was like if they were vocally off for the day, they're done.
So so there's an awesome segue to talk about something different. Nowadays, as difficult as it is to sound good in a live setting or on a recording or you know what I'm talking about. There's so many things that go. So absolutely, back in the day, when we listen to it now, and it still sounds damn good, how awesome did those people have to be in order to produce that with the technology that they had back then, and it to come out and still to this day in 2025 sound as awesome as it does?
Queen was doing Night at the Opera, and like Bohemian, the movie Bohemian Rhapsody is like, so a lot of that's accurate. Like they were doing crazy stuff, like hanging box amps from the rafters in the studio and swinging them back and forth to get a panning sound. Crazy stuff. Could you imagine like playing like, having Led Zeppelin being in one of those albums over in England, and they're sitting there and they're like, start jamming, and John Bonham banging on the drums, and then all of a sudden they make a mistake. It's like, nope, that's not going to work. Back up the tape. That's $500 worth of tape we just wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. because there's so many buttons that you can smash now and undo and redo and
redo.
yeah, and to know that but you had to be in order to do that back then. All the
know your stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Like when it's coming out from here to here, you had to be red to go.
I don't need to be more than 12 inches from this mic. It's just stuff like that because I will clip it. It will clip. It will distort the sound. And just things like that. Just, I mean,
That's
little
going to be
things.
a nightmare for y'all's podcast.
What?
You doing this right here.
Yeah, it's fine. So,
That look kind of
so
weird.
look, speaking of nightmares and podcast, while we're I have learned through all of this, not how to be great at post edit, but I have learned how to be half-assed, because there is always some. It doesn't, and you guys know, there is always you could EQ to the, but love you long time, but you was over here and here, and that's cool, but trying to fine tune that, and those guys that know how to do that, to where you could go outside if you wanted to, and they're like, oh yeah, and that's what I'm learning. I mean, you were talking about that before the show. I really and truly thought when we started doing this that we'll just show up with all the video stuff, and everybody else will show up and they'll just plug in our stuff and we'll be ready to go. Absolutely not.
There's a little difference in just turning on an iPhone and making a recording, going live.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So we have learned so much, but all of you guys, especially you guys that have been behind both of us this entire time, knowing that the vision that we have to support you guys and promote you guys, there's going to be some learning curves and some
That's part of it. I mean, because we live in a world full of tech. I mean, it's
What?
like you have so many different options and avenues and ways of doing things.
And I have learned through doing this, and then us going and looking at other people doing it. There's people who have been doing it on your side and our side for years and years and years. And they may have a start time of 7, and they may not get started until 7:20, because there's always going to be something that goes on. And I guess I had an unrealistic expectation of, we got to get this, and I still want it that way for you guys, but I am starting to be okay a little bit with starting late because of this, that, and the other, because I'm finding out that you guys understand that, because have you ever speaking of calls, have you ever played a movie over the entire house system of a venue by accident?
Have y'all ever seen that happen? You ever seen that
I
happen?
don't know that I've ever seen it.
I haven't seen that happen, but
Justin,
It was y'all.
he's not.
Oh yeah.
He literally just did that.
That was so funny.
That is right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
My bad. I really
I thought it was a cool intro to your song.
yeah. I really and truly did not have a clue what was happening in that closet, because I had muffs on and I was super trying so hard to get y'all to us, and I saw, and I promise I saw the TV EQ going, and I saw it, and I promise I did not touch it. It was doing this number, and I knew that was a league of their own because I could hear it earlier. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. And I was like, wait, there's a sins. Let me sins. And then I was like, a minute.
I wish
That's-
I wish somehow
that's-
I wish
wait,
somehow a video
is-
girl over there could cue that up right now and start playing.
Yes. Well, I can go back. I'll go back and do it.
Oh yeah, that'll be in
There's
the
no
edits.
crying in baseball.
Yeah, and I really thought that y'all were taking like an intermission or something, and I was still back there just doing my thing, and I was looking, and I was trying so hard to figure out how to find your whole bus mix of some sort and get it to me, and then I was still sitting there looking, and the home skillet from the bar come running back in there. It's like, move. It's like, I'm sorry. And then I realized what was happening. I mean, yeah, no, I didn't realize what was happening. I saw what was happening. It wasn't me at all.
So I don't know how much further we're gonna go with this, but I want to go back to a little something. You said something about the Smith Lake Idol,
Yeah.
and some of the contests and things. So, what would you guys think about a best of barmusiclive.com? Because we're thinking about starting that.
That would be awesome.
It's something I've thought about from the beginning, really,
That would be
and we've been trying to tool that to see how it's going to be and what we're going to do with it.
That'd be anyway. If you're talking about doing something like that live, that would be amazing. Like get all the bands together, get them out.
We did see a sprout truck in this neighborhood last week.
They were.
So-
I saw them they were putting line over close to down the road Antioch Baptist Church is on.
Yeah, so not just down the road, they came down the driveway into here, and there's a little box mounted on the
There you
pole out
go.
there now. So we're one step closer.
There you go.
We almost there, y'all.
Well, my buddy Daniel's got it, and he said it's amazing. So
We've had it for 2 years. We were like on the first leg, and it was like, whoop, whoop, and it's
We were in
been.
the first thing. We've been for 2 years.
Oh, shut up. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying, you will not listen, Dee Dee. I'm just trying to tell you, you will not know how to act when the dude comes and knocks on your door and says, it's available. Would you like it? And you say, yes, please. And then it's like, you can do whatever you want to do.
And then you say something like, "Sure, we want it. Where would you like to stick it?" Wait a minute. No, that's not. That
Right
didn't
over
come out
here.
right.
Yeah.
I was trying to think like something Tab would say.
So we yeah, we do tend to get sidetracked, but in all seriousness, that's a thing that I believe, with everything that Bar Music Live is doing to help promote, and as much as Bar Music Live is growing, not only locally but nationwide. You had somebody sign up from Connecticut the other day.
Yes, we got a girl in there from Connecticut.
Yep. So it's
we got
growing and it's
Massachusetts.
spreading, and so to be able to highlight you guys just like we're doing tonight, and then to start being able to allow you guys to come here and put on the absolute best show that you can put on, because you know that it's going to be sounding the way that it's supposed to be sounding. You know, it's going to look the way that it's supposed to look. And for you guys to be able to, I don't want to say compete, but showcase what your abilities are, and get everybody behind you, and then we're I don't know, can we can't really talk about the end game with that was.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
so here's the thing. It's going to start here and within the realm of what we're doing, but it's got the potential to end up a lot bigger.
On a much bigger stage.
A bigger stage. Yeah, there could potentially be a bigger stage for people to play on. And we're gunning for that, hoping for that.
Yeah,
We
it'll happen. I mean, this community in this town is long overdue.
Yeah.
Long overdue for something along those lines.
Well, and me and you talked when you came to the house. You weren't able to come because the cheerings was like
You ain't going nowhere, Mama. But we talked that night. There is something, and I asked you, and I've asked everybody that I've spoken to, because it's just like when you buy a new car. If you get the brand new white version or whatever, he's like, ain't nobody got one of them. As soon as you buy it, everybody sees it. So I didn't know if it was just because I was starting to pay attention and get involved. Was it because I was paying attention that I felt that there was something happening in the Coleman music scene, or if there was legitimately something happening in the Coleman music scene? And I think there's something legitimately happening in the Coleman music scene.
There's so much talent. There's so many people that we know and are good friends with that are just incredibly talented. I mean, the talent. I'm just amazed at everybody.
One of my best friends, Jesse, who I've co-wrote with, and Jesse's playing right south. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. And he's. Well, we don't even know what his time slot is yet, but he's got people, and we're trying to get like what time are you playing? Because
also Shane, if you're watching, Justin and Tab, 2026 would like to play Rock the South.
We'll pay you years back, I promise. But yeah, the thing is, like, that's a really, really cool thing, and for the music community at large. And I think that's going to opening up that access, with him being on that stage. If there's, I don't know, 5, 6, 7,000 people there, and word of mouth gets, spreading around. Oh my God, what's going on? But if with that many people, that opens up a lot to the Coleman music scene and the Coleman music community. Same thing with what you are doing. If that takes off and you go there, it opens. It's such a broad.
Well, you go from with this, our goal and what we're trying to do with this, instead of you playing in front of the same people at the places you go to week in and week out like you do, which everybody appreciates and loves, but you also would like to be seen by a few more people, and that's what we try to do. So when Daniel does his masterwork on this stuff and gets it all ready to launch out there and launches these clips, there's potential with some of those to be seen by a few thousand people. Right. And those are a lot of people who would never be at one of your shows, and they would have never heard of Justin and Tab. So now you're in front of a few more people, and with the way our Facebook views and YouTubes and TikToks and all that stuff combined, we're up into the hundreds of thousands of views a month now. So,
it's getting there, y'all.
It's getting there.
Craziest compliment on TikTok today. I sent it to Sam, this guy from Texas. I had no idea who this was. I just jammed down on a little guitar track, whatever. He said, Stevie Ray Vaughan reincarnated. I was like, dude, I wish I could hold that man's jockstrap. That dude is just unbelievable.
That's a weird thing to
That is a weird thing to say. But I'm serious. Like, that's Stevie Ray is like one of the best guitar players of all time, and I can't hold a candle to that guy. But for someone to say, like, to listen to my music and say,
well, now if time permits, and I don't know, oh, there goes my phone. I don't know what y'all's time limits are, but if when we get done with this, it would be cool if y'all want to knocking. Sorry, there's a dog. There's a fluffy dog with a fro and a pink shirt out, and I just saw something in the corner. I just saw something in the corner of my eye, and I did not know what was happening. But it's. Well, so now everybody knows what I saw, because I was just in my own little element, and I saw a person walking, and
that's a really cool camera edit.
and come to find out, it was a dog taking a piss. I don't even know what I was talking about.
You were talking something about Stevie Ray Vaughan, and then you said,
"Oh yes, if there was time, yes, time permitting, dog pissing." I'd love to get you to, because I've watched plenty of your YouTubes, your Facebooks, your TikToks, where you're just doing your thing, and you're doing some shredding, and Stevie Ray Vaughan you may not be, but you're pretty damn close. Because you've got some skills with the fingers, sir. I was not
Y'all gonna have to cut that out.
no, this is unfiltered. That's one of them things that you thought. No, but see, that's what's cool about here is that there is no judgment, and everybody that watches our stuff knows that at any moment there's gonna be, but unless her mind is in a certain place, she's not gonna get it. So, oh well, then Mama, what you doing?
We try. She and I go back and forth trying to embarrass each other, so that'll probably be right up there.
So back to the fingers.
What am I saying? Back to the fingers, baby. You know what time he's recording those videos?
Early morning, late night.
6 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Or 10 p.m.
Oh wait a minute. Where you is? You in the bed?
In here, our bedroom's here, and the office is here, and that's where he plays. And I'm so thankful that he has such a talent. But sometimes I'm like,
Please, no more guitar.
Is it kind of like when your kid decided that they was going to be the next saxophone player that was
I
going
have a saxophone player.
and yeah.
She doesn't practice. Sophia, practice.
Well, look, guys, I don't know, and I'm sure that we don't, because every time that I sit here and edit our stuff, I go, I meant to ask, and I never, and I go, I'm gonna do it. So I'm sure there's something I missed, but I do want to thank both of you for coming tonight. I know that the crowd wasn't as normal as it normally is, but we was dodging golf balls as hell, so it is what it is, and you guys understand that. But we were able to still do something for you guys. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. And
Thank y'all for having us. We do appreciate it.
We had a lot of fun. This is a really cool place. We had a lot of fun. And we just, like I say, our Friday and Saturday nights, predominantly music. It was a fun Friday night for us. So.
Well, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming out.
Yeah, look at them folks still here.
They are so
Yeah. So before we wrap this up, if there was one genre, look at me going, genre, what is yours? If you no, I'm going to you first. If you had to pick one, what is your go-to that's like your
What would you call the Warren Treaty?
I would say like a
Soulful. I guess just soul.
yeah. It's kind of like
Soulful. I don't know.
country. Okay, it's like a country
They
soul.
get played on country music, and they do play some country, but they're very,
Very
soulful
soul.
country.
Very, very
They're in the same vein
blues,
as
R&B, or
okay?
Christine.
Your turn.
definitely like in the Motown, soul, R&B, blues rock. That's kind of the stuff I listen to.
All right. So with that,
He just named 20.
but look, all of those can be meshed,
Oh yeah.
and it is so damn awesome.
Yeah, we got some. I got some stuff coming down the pipe.
Oh, I know, and that's what I was saying. If batteries and time permit, I've seen and heard some of your soulfulness and your So
Bluesy, rocky, funk.
absolutely.
Like another guy I know.
Oh, he's saying hold the mic. Yep, sure, go ahead. We get
Why
there.
is yours so warm?
You gonna get the
'Cause-
acoustic or electric?
Yeah, well,
It's cold. It's like sitting in somebody's seat after they've been sitting there. It's kind of weird, actually. No, I'm just saying this mic.
so yeah, so did you talking about toilet seat? So what you?
Well, no, I was talking about like a seat, like.
Oh
like
no,
in the
okay,
office seat.
okay, but a toilet seat though, for
Oh,
real.
that's real weird.
It is it not? Is it? Is it not? Am I the only one? Yeah, I mean, it's one thing, and especially when you see him walk out.
No, don't make eye contact.
Yeah, but if you see him walk out and then you do make eye contact, and then there's no other option but to go in there, and then you sit down and you feel the eye warmth.
This just took a dark turn.
It's bad.
How do you feel? Come on, tell me, mama. How do you feel? Do you feel the heat? The burning desire? Well, come on, baby. Let's start a fire.
See, that's exactly what I was talking about.
That's just like rust. I ain't even worked out all my solos yet. I was just teasing.
I know. So here's what I'm gonna do. I would like to go ahead and close this out officially. And thank you guys for coming. I don't know where I'm at, but surely you can find me somewhere. My wife will find me. So thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate you. And if you have seen anything in here that you've enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all those good things that you're supposed to do. BarMusicLive.com is doing amazing things. And if you ever wondered what BarMusicLive.com was, just now's your chance. BarMusicLive.com. You'll figure it out. It's where you can find all these amazing artists, wherever you may be, live, local to you, whether you're at home or on a trip or whatever. We've talked about that in the past. You might want to just check out BarMusicLive.com, stay out of trouble, go watch some live music. If you don't want to talk about it, hit the like and subscribe button. Go back and watch one of the episodes that we have had in the past. You'll figure it out. Anyway, we appreciate you guys being here. This is The Farm Lounge, brought to you by BarMusicLive.com, where we bring you live local musicians. And we appreciate you being here. And we'll see you on the next one.